Welcome back to I'm serious. Welcome back to SourceFed. I'm William Haynes. I'm Steve Zaragoza. Clean one. Welcome back to SourceFed.
I'm William Haynes. Now, you've heard the statistics. Flying is safer than driving. A bird in the tooth is more dangerous than a gift horse's mouth in the foot. But when planes go down, it's almost always tragic. But recently, some gifs popped up from a documentary called The Plane Crash that aired in the UK in 2012 and also part of Discovery's Curiosity short doc series that shows what actually happens when a plane crashes in a controlled area with a lot of cameras pointed at it and placed inside where humans usually sit.
The answer to that question is equal parts terrifying and fascinating. Take a look.
Now, for those of you saying, holy shit, there were pilots in that plane, and then it crashed. What happened to the pilots? Well, as part of the plan, they escaped from a hatch at the rear of the aircraft and parachuted to safety before the crash.
From there, the old Boeing 727 plane was remote controlled from a small single-engine prop plane that followed the doomed aircraft to its final resting place on a dry Mexican lake bed.
You ever had a dinner on a dry Mexican lake bread with carnitas y frijolitos y mama? So not only was it just cool to see what happens when a plane crashes inside and out, it also helped experts collect valuable data about plane safety and answers to stuff like, hey, should I or shouldn't I brace for impact if we're about to crash in a plane? Or is the front or back of the plane safer to sit in? To which experts say it's better to brace for impact and sit in the back. But before you start setting your mind on how to book your flights from now on, know that the opposite has been true in some crashes as well.
But the likelihood of dying a horrible fiery metal gnarled death in an airplane are actually 1 in 11 million.
Which means you're more likely to be hired at SourceFed as an intern and then one day become a host like Will. Hey, it's 420! And in celebration of that unofficial and largely illegal holiday, let's talk about how humans have already taken their drug usage to an umpteenth level by smoking dead scorpions.
And this actually isn't a new thing. Primarily occurring in Pakistan, 74-year-old Sabat Khan recalled to news site Dawn, quote, "I started smoking scorpion in the mid-60s. Dawn reports his addiction to opium doesn't bother him as much. Sabat says opium's effects are far safer than scorpion smoking. He knows his body's too old to bear the high, but there are days he still feels the pull."
What? Okay, who decided, man, this opium doesn't do shit anymore. Let's smoke a scorpion now.
Apparently during his years of addiction, Sabat recalls madly roaming around his house and village hunting for scorpions. And when he wouldn't find them, he'd go to the next town and search there. He said, "It's the worst form of addiction."
No shit. According to the article, a dead scorpion is first dried in the sunlight or burnt on coal, and the coal is kept on a traditional stove, and the scorpion is allowed to cook until it burns to death. And Sabat says, "I would inhale the smoke coming out of the fire, although it is the tail that addicts really want. Its poisonous venom makes for dangerous addiction."
Oh, hell no. Guys, I don't care how bad life gets. Do not start smoking poisonous creatures. This is just what we need. Now all the Coachella kids are gonna jump on this. Mac computers are some of the most beautiful things in the world. I've written my homework on a Mac. I've written love letters on a Mac. I've written jokes on a Mac. And I'll eventually write my eulogy on a Mac.
And PCs are good too. Will, somebody else is supposed to write your eulogy when you die. Did you know that?
I have control issues, Steve, which is why I use Macs, which give you a lot of options.
Okay, well, this new MacBook Pro is said to be about 25 to 30% faster than its predecessor. And guess what? It comes in pink.
Excuse you, rose gold.
Looks like pink.
Rose gold.
It's pink. Apple also claims that they've increased the battery life on this new version to 10 hours of web browsing.
Dear Apple, I need this new computer.
Will, why? Hold on. Did you guys turn on the begging filter? Why did that turn on?
I need this new computer. Not for any reason in particular. I actually really like mine. I just want new things. Send it to me, please, Apple Daddy.
Oh, let me take over here, Will. Dear Apple Daddy, send me just all the money in your bank account and put it in my bank account and don't ask any questions.
Wait, I want that too, Apple Daddy.
No, Apple Daddy, I want it.
Will you donate today?
Brought to you and paid for in part by Will Haynes and Steve Zaragoza, and they're one for the new Apple computer. That's pink.
Rose gold.
That's pink.
It's pink.
By now, you've probably held a $20 bill in your hand, and if you haven't, you need to get out of your parents' basement and hit up a Craigslist job.
For years, the man on the $20 bill has been Andrew Jackson. He was the 7th president of the United States, owning hundreds of slaves and killed a man in a duel in 1806 on a matter of honor over his wife, as well as winning wars and whatnot.
Well, now Jackson is moving out of his palatial estate and making room for Harriet Tubman, who will now adorn the $20 bill. Now, you may remember Tubman was an abolitionist, humanitarian, and during the American Civil War, War was a Union spy. She was born into slavery but escaped, and over her lifetime made around 13 missions to rescue approximately 70 enslaved families and friends.
Guys, they're putting a black woman on American currency. This is a huge deal. The racist slave boat captains from the 1600s are rolling in their graves. They brought slaves here to work for free, not be on money.
Man, I agree. This is huge news, but I really hope Harriet likes cocaine.
And hey, ForHumanPeoples.com is back again for a week-long 420 super sale. From now until the 27th, save $4 on t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and posters.
Hey, so get your super cool leggings for $8 off. The site has been restocked with a ton of new designs like this, and like this.
Wow.
Hey.
Thanks for watching SourceFed today. I'm William Haynes.
I'm Steve Zaragoza. It's definitely pink. Is rose gold is a dumb name to call pink. Can't change a color's name.
We just begged.
Sound cool.
We just begged
I know,
them.
but I'm sorry.
Do you
man.
know how hard it was for me to get the begging felt to turn on?
I gotta be honest with you, Will. They're not gonna watch this.
Oh.
I got your name tattooed on me.
Where?
It's healing.